Good evening. Welcome to the Public Works Committee. It is Thursday, April 13th, 2023. I'll ask the clerk to please take a call to order on the roll. Attendance roll.
Council Vice President Vargas,
Present.
Councilwoman Jermaine. Present. Councilman Ferry,
Present.
Councilwoman Renzulli, Councilman Donegan,
Present.
Councilman Riley, Council President Marino.
Present. Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes of the March 16, 2023 meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Clerk, can you please take a roll call on that?
Council Vice President Vargas, Councilwoman Jermaine. Yes. Councilman Ferry,
Yes.
Councilman Donegan,
Yes.
Council President Marino.
Yes. Thank you. First item up, we have committee business matters carried over. We have Councilwoman Jermaine. There are no votes to be taken on this. You have status and update on the Budlong Pool project that was continued has been continued from the January, February, and 13th Public Works Committee. Councilwoman, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chairman. Good evening. This evening is a really important evening for us when it comes to this communication about Budlong Pool. And at the last meeting, I request and I sent an email to the administration to help us to really find some transparency in terms of what really should be done for the benefit of Cranston residents, for those who benefit the most, the use of Budlong Pool. So as we know, Budlong Pool have been closed since 2019. And at the time in 2020, when the pandemic COVID-19 hit, and we were told that it closed because of COVID. And for 1 year, second year, third year, and there are a lot of information around, there was study, there is proposals, and there is money that has spent, and we still not have a pool for this summer. So in my quest to find the best transparent information solution in how we can move forward, as you know, I am representing this part of the city where the pool located, and I have received numerous letters about the opening of the pool. And based on what the administration said previously at the last meeting in March, and beginning of March, I believe, or in February. And then based on what the administration again says in a press conference, and based on a proposal, an ordinance proposal that is submitted before us. So I feel like something doesn't add up. So we need more information. Something is to be clear. We need to know exactly where we are. And that's why I request to have come before us tonight a representative from the Federal Hill Group Architects who conducted the feasibility study in April last year to talk about the options and the discoveries. And also I request to have come before us the inspector of Cranston Public Buildings. Also, I request to have come before us former Cranston Park and Recreations, because I think those people will enlighten us, because we have told one thing here, one thing there. And for me personally, I would like to have the truth. And if I have to make a decision, I want to make it in transparency, in the benefit of all people. So for tonight, that's really the background for why we have this communication this evening. And I would like to give the floor to, I don't know if Federal Hill is here, because from the email I received, the administration told me that they can have Mr. Wodillo coming, but they don't have control on Mr. Tony Liberatore and Federal Hill Group Architects. So I did request also contact information from the administration to contact Federal Hill. But it was late when I got it, like 4 o'clock. And so the deadline was like not adequate to really make the request myself. This evening we have former Cranston Park and Recreation, Mr. Tony Liberatore here. I have a couple questions for him to answer. So, but before that, I would like to know if the administration has anything to say, and also of the member of the committee, if they have the question to say before I call Mr. Tony Liberatore to the podium.
Sorry about that. Thank you. Councilman Jermaine, you would like to have the former staff member of the administration come up?
Yes.
Okay, there's no objections to anyone on the council? Councilmember Riley.
Respectfully, we discussed this last week or the week before. We've discussed this at every council meeting. I don't understand what the point is. Are you trying to have the current pool just open as it is? Is that what the point of this is? Because last week, the administration came before us seeking the funds to get the architectural drawings so they could go forward with the pool. And we continued it for whatever reason. So I don't understand what the point is. Are we trying to just open that building and that pool as it is? Because that would just be dangerous, and that would just be completely dangerous for anyone. It's not ADA compliant. The pool is broken. It's been broken for years, and we've just opened it. It can't open as it is. We've discussed this every single meeting. Between last week and this week, there is no way that the administration could have gone forward since we continued it and didn't give them the funds. So I don't understand what the point of this is. And I mean, if we're just going to go on and on and on, bring in people from old administrations for, again, whatever reason, we'll find out that in a minute. But I don't know what the point is.
Thank you. All right. Just through the legal counsel, just wanted to make sure to Solicitor Radecchia, we have Councilwoman Jermaine's request to have a former director of our Parks and Recs come up. Is that possible?
Yeah, I mean, it's totally in your discretion. I know this has been on the docket several times, but it is a docketed item and public hearing is allowed. So I would say it's in your discretion.
Great. Thank you. Any further questions from the council before we call up former director of Park and Recs, Tony Liberatore? All right. The director is present. If the former director, if you can please come up and state your name and address for the record.
Tony Liberatore, 18 Bank Street, Cranston.
Thank you.
Councilman Jermaine, go ahead.
Thank you. For the record, we have also the inspector of public work, public buildings in the house. We need to call him on the podium as well.
That's perfectly fine. If we could probably go one person at a time, if that works out, just for the stenographer and everybody's record purposes.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Liberatore, for coming before us tonight. I truly appreciate it. So I have a couple questions that I didn't have the answer for it, and I think you are as someone who served in this capacity as Director of Princeton Park and Recreation. So you have a Badlang pool on your purview.
Yes.
So I think also you will be able, even though it's not a court, but you will be speaking with honesty and integrity and tell all the truth you can. Okay. So how long have you been the Director of Park and Recreation? For how long?
From 2007 through 2020.
Okay. So when you leave your position as Director of Park, is it 2020 or
My
2019?
last day of work was January 4th of 23. I'm sorry, 21.
21.
21.
Your last day of work, it was 21. Okay.
Correct.
Have you left a report on the condition of the pool and the bathhouse for your successor?
There was never a transition done in my department by the administration.
So you didn't leave anything in terms of what are the condition
I
of the
left
pool?
files in my desk drawer.
You have files. Did you share this file with anyone?
Say it again?
Did you share this file with anyone in the administration?
No.
Okay. What is the capacity of the Badlang pool?
300 people.
So Badlang pool can serve 300 people on a day, or it's going back and forth?
Any one